later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start on the ground with Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Cousins. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Zay Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all of the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day too quick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there, maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a foot former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Prescott from the gun.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. Able to shake him off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwogu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Man open, here is Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
In motion left goes Jones. On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up when they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Elliott. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running off tackle with Cook.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style. On elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders, don't haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing.